Trend news. Peter Obi records massive breakthrough. Shows evidence of Inec rigging presidential election for Tinubu. See shocking details. Welcome to today's news. And thank you for tuning in to today's news. But please do well to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button and also the bell for more updates. Now to the news details. Please carefully listen to the end. In a recent development, Mr. Peter Obi, the candidate of the Labour Party LP, has concluded his case in the presidential election petition. Obi, who secured the third position in the election, presented numerous documentary evidence and called a total of 13 witnesses before the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, in Abuja. Among the evidence submitted by Obi were polling unit results from all 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, as well as a collection of documents containing the total number of permanent voters card, PVCs, collected in 32 states prior to the 2023 general elections. Additionally, Obi and his party tendered several other electoral documents, including certified true copies of Inec forms EC40Gs, EC40G1, and EC40GPU, which were reports of polling units where elections did not take place. Although the respondents objected to the admissibility of the documents, they have reserved their objections for their final written addresses. Despite initially planning to call 50 witnesses, the petitioners decided to conclude their case after the testimony of the 13th witness. One of the witnesses, Mr. Tanko Yunisa, who served as the chief spokesman of the Labour Party Presidential Election Council and the National Director of Media, highlighted as party's efforts to challenge the general elections through various lawsuits. Yunisa also referred to a judgment from the Federal High Court in Abuja, which refused the reliefs sought by the LP and held that Inec had the discretion to determine how election results should be transmitted. During cross-examination, Yunisa expressed dissatisfaction with the election outcome, stating that the actual votes his party received were yet to be uploaded on IREF portal, even 4 months after the election. He mentioned that his wish was for the entire election results to be voided, including the votes allocated to his party's presidential candidates, Peter Obi. Another witness, Peter Emmanuel Jari, who served as a presiding officer in Kaduna State, testified about issues with voter accreditation and result uploading using beavers machines. Jari manually collated the results, and agents from all political parties signed and received copies of the results. Following the conclusion of the testimonies, the petitioners' lead counsel announced the closure of their case. The court agreed to adjourn the proceedings until July 3rd, when Inec will present its defense. The LP candidate and his party are challenging the declaration of President Bola Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress as the winner of the presidential contest. Now they are arguing that Tinubu was not a valid winner, and they are questioning his eligibility to participate in the election. So this was what made them go to the courts after the presidential election. And the petitioners, who also alleged corrupt practices and non-compliance with the Electoral Act, contending that Inec has breached its own regulations and guidelines. So they sought various reliefs from the courts, including the cancellation of the election and also the conduct of a fresh election, excluding Tinubu, Shettima, and the APC. So now the LP are done with their case. They said they wanted to bring 50 witnesses, but they stopped at 13th witness. But all what they're after is Peter Obi wants to reclaim his stolen mandates and is of the opinion that Tinubu is not even supposed to be a presidential candidate because of everything that has been tied to him, drug trafficking, dual citizenship, and so on. So, and the Labour Party did their assignments whereby they brought out different evidences, which had the Beavers machine, the high ref, the paper in which they used, that is the signed one. They got everything, in which even made them pay to Inec before they could have access to the documents. So now the Labour Party is waiting on the courts to give out their own view of everything that has been said against the APC, Tinubu, and Shettima, including Inec. The Labour Party is having 4 petitioners, while the PDP is having 3 petitioners. But Peter Obi is still not ready to give up this fight, and he believes that Tinubu cannot win the presidential election. So that is one of the allegements. That is why he's arguing that Tinubu was not a valid winner with all the evidences he has given out, that the votes were given to him. The actual votes that was given in each polling unit was later changed. And this was what resulted to lawsuits till now, since February, that the election has been done. But now the court has adjourned it till July 3rd so that the INEC too can talk to defend themselves, if they can even defend themselves, because all these were documents that were gotten from them. So if they want to defend themselves, that means they want to come and lie in the courts. Because Nigerians believe that it is Peter Obi who won the election and not Tinubu. But let us see what the court will say after all the suit hearings. We have come to the end of the news. What's your view to this? And it is important to note that this report presents the factual information surrounding the case without expressing any personal opinions or bias. So it is left for the courts to give out its own view. We have come to the end of the news once again. Please share your view in the comment section. Thank you.